An old Fred here. His nose is dry, and I'm not sure he's feeling 100%.
What's the matter, Fred? Hey, buddy, I'm just trying to help.
He doesn't seem to mind that.
And I thought you didn't like me.
Whoa.
Or maybe it's just your ears that are bothering you, huh? You know this is part of her wicked and sadistic plan, don't you? She knew I wouldn't want him, then she knew I'd feel sorry for him. She sent me guilt with a tail.
How long is this vet's exam gonna take?
Any time now, Roseanne.
I feel as if me and Fred hardly got a chance to know each other.
You did hardly get a chance to know each other.
I thought so.
Miss Torkelson, I am afraid Fred's a pretty sick fella.
Oh, wonderful. What's wrong with him?
Well, your aunt's been bringing him to me for years, and we've known about his inner ear problem. Tried to handle it with medicine, but we are finally to the point where I think we should operate.
So do it. What are you standing out here chatting for? Put on the mask and save him. He can't die. Let's move it.
Hold on, Chucky Lee.
Doc, roughly how much is this operation?
Don't answer that. Mr. Hodges, I see what you're getting at, and I won't have it.
Mrs. Torkelson, Fred is an innocent animal.
I appreciate that, Mr. Hodges. And as much as I resent the fact that she's put me in this situation, I am the one who has inherited this innocent animal. He's my responsibility. And I'm not going to stand by and do nothing either. How much?
Well, this kind of surgery will run you in the neighborhood of $700.
Well, isn't that just the strangest coincidence? Because my Aunt Jimmy just left me this ring, and without 1 minute's experience as a professional jewelry appraiser, I'd say it's worth in the neighborhood of, oh, one doggy operation. Who needs hot and cold water in the refrigerator door anyway?
How'd it go at the jewelry store, Mama?
I'm not even going to tell you. Because I don't want to flaunt the fact that I was right when I said Aunt Jimmy had this all planned in advance, and we are in the middle of a deceased crazy lady's manipulation.
They gave you $700 for that ring?
At the only jewelry store in the greater Veneta area where she no doubt had it appraised first, $712.50.
We'll see where $12.50 the good. Maybe this isn't some riddle at all. What are those?
Fred's after-surgery anti-infection medicine.
$12.50. Curiouser and curiouser. Well, I say your aunt's just a kooky old lady who left us a ring, and what's so bad about that?
Honey, this family has an operating budget. And unless I've inadvertently forgotten a savings bond I tucked away during a fit of amnesia, I don't know where we're going to get dog money when I have human mouths to feed, human bodies to clothe.
And VCR heads to clean.
I walk him every day, Mama.
We're well beyond that, Chucky Lee.
Yeah, besides, that's how we got to keep you.
Ha ha. Where will he go? He doesn't have a family. He needs love.
Sweetie, he also needs food. And last night I figured out it would cost thousands of dollars to feed and take care of Fred for the rest of his life.
But we don't even know how old he is.
Yeah, what if he's real old? He wouldn't be so expensive to keep if he was practically dead right now. Although that doesn't really work out either.
Well, happily for Fred, the vet says he's 4 years old and has a long and happy life ahead of him.
He is 4? That means I'm not the youngest door in the house anymore.
I'm sorry, kids. There's just no way we can keep him.
It's not fair. Just because he comes from your aunt doesn't mean you can't like him.
This dog is just a victim of circumstances beyond his control.
And so are we. And I say Aunt Jimmy's plan from beyond the grave ends right here. Or not.
Millicent Torkelson?
I'm going to tell the truth as an appreciator of all kinds of art. This is grotesque.
My personal impression as a fisherman is that it's some kind of salmon.
I think it's obviously symbolic of man's constant struggle to swim upstream in an unforgiving world. You can sense its determination. Its lips are firm and ironic.
Dorothy Jane,
Shut up.
would you please?
How can a man with a fish head get a job, carry a briefcase, live in Massachusetts, drive a Volvo turbo wagon, and be married to a woman named Mimsy?
Okay, so now we've got a fish head painting, a VCR, a ring, and a dog who needed an operation.
And a highly irritating riddle about spaghetti. I think she had very good taste in dogs and art, and I, for one, am very sorry I didn't get to meet her.
Well, that's because she was nuts, and you obviously identify with her.
Well, Mama, she couldn't have been all that bad. I mean, after all, she was very fond of you.
Oh, no.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Afternoon, Mr. Hodges.
Dr. Eulis, come on in.
I've come to check on my patient.
A doctor who makes house calls?
It's a small backward town. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Doc.
How is Fred?
Well, he seems to have his normal amount of doggy energy now.
You know, the inner ear procedure was quite delicate, and it is necessary to perform a post-operative test.
What kind of test?
Hey, Fred! See ya. Wait a minute. What is that? Why, that's your aunt's painting, isn't that?
Well, it was.
Oh, I've always admired it. You have no idea the pleasure the woman took in taunting me about it. Oh, it is just as remarkable as the first time I ever saw it.
You're very kind, Doctor.
Well, do you have any idea what this is?
I guessed a salmon.
This is a genuine Alvarez trout face.
It's a salmon.
Whatever it is, throw it back.
It's from early in his career. It's part of the famous Freshwater All series. Now, granted, it is not one of the later school's paintings, but they take up entire walls and cost small fortunes. I couldn't touch one.
Why would you want to?
Oh, I've always wanted to own that. Would you be offended if I made you an offer?
Offend me.
$2,000?
I'm terribly offended.
Take it, he thinks he's getting a trout.
Mama, now we have enough money to take care of Fred for the rest of his life.
Well, isn't that a turn of the old coincidental knob?
Now that you mention that, a lot of coincidental things have happened lately.
Oh?
Yup. Even though this has your name on it, it was sent to my address. Isn't that strange?
Oh, not so much as you think.
I'm back! Second episode. This week I go up against the mob.
All right, Pumpkin. I know I've been a teensy little enigma, but hey.
What has this all been about, Jimmy?
So if you're watching this tape number 2, it means that you saw Dr. Eulis. And old Fred's hearing out of both his speakers now. It also means that you hawked the ring I left you because you couldn't afford the operation on your own, which I knew. But I suppose all is well now.
Not hardly. You couldn't even find it in you to call me and tell me you were sick?
You know, I've been laying here thinking about all my relatives. Who was worth a pinch of salt and who wasn't. And of the whole lot, honey, you were always my favorite. And I know you know that.
Shut it off, Dorothy Jane.
Not a chance, Mama.
You were the Dowd child with the most potential. And I admit, when I saw you getting all twiny and cuddly with that old Randy Torkelson,